Hi, second grade students. Today's story is from Knowledge 7, Lesson 8, called Working on the Transcontinental Railroad. Before I begin our story, I'm going to go over our vocabulary words. Our first vocabulary word for today's story is the word spanned. Repeat after me. Spanned. Spanned means covered the length of something from one end to the other. Our next vocabulary word is the word iron horse. Say iron horse. An iron horse is a nickname for the first locomotives. Our last vocabulary word is convenient. Say convenient. Convenient means being close by or useful to accomplish a specific purpose. My name is Michael, and this is a photo of my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, Ling Wei. He helped to build the Transcontinental Railroad. Transcontinental is a pretty long word, but it's easy to understand if you split it into two parts. The first part of the word is trans, which means across, and the second part of the word is continental. So my ancestor, Ling Wei, helped build a part of the railroad that goes across the continental United States, or from the East Coast to the West Coast. Ling Wei began working on the railroad in 1863. By that time, there were many railroads in the United States, but they mostly went from the northeast to the southeast, or from eastern cities like Baltimore to cities in the Midwest like Omaha, Nebraska. It was cheaper, more comfortable, and more convenient for people to travel by rail than to travel by wagon or canal. It was much faster too. Before the Transcontinental Railroad, people could only travel to the west by wagon or horse, or by boat on a river or canal, and the going was slow. Because the iron horse was faster, cheaper, more comfortable, and more convenient, many people thought it would be a great idea to have a railroad track that spanned the entire United States. My great-great-great-great-great-grandfather Ling Wei helped to lay those tracks that connected settlers in the Midwest near the Missouri River to settlers in Sacramento, California, all the way to the West Coast. How many people can say that about one of their ancestors? It took two separate rail companies to build the Transcontinental Railroad, the Union Pacific Railroad and the Central Pacific Railroad. The Union Pacific Railroad Company started building from Omaha, Nebraska, and laid its tracks going west. The Central Pacific Railroad Company started building in San Francisco, California, and laid its tracks going east. At first, the two companies were competing against each other to see who could lay down the most track. The U.S. government paid each company for every mile of track it laid, and both companies wanted to make lots of money. In the end, the government told them they had to work together to join their tracks. Most of the laborers who laid the track for the Union Pacific Railroad were Irish immigrants. My ancestor Ling Wei worked for the Central Pacific Railroad. Like many other Chinese immigrants during the 1800s, Ling Wei had settled in California. He and other Chinese immigrants, as well as other immigrants from all over the world, came to the United States because of the promise of gold and a better life. When people realized that the mountains of gold they had heard about were a myth or not true, they had to find some other way to survive. So many Chinese immigrants worked on the western portion of the railroad, while Irish immigrants worked on the eastern section. These workers laid tracks through the mountains and across rivers and deserts all throughout the United States. The Transcontinental Railroad took 6 years to build, and my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather Ling Wei kept journals for all of those years. Here's my favorite journal entry. May 10th, 1869, Promontory Point, Utah. Only 100 feet left to lay. That's what I thought of the first thing this morning. After several years of hard work, long hours, and little wages, 100 feet of track is all that there's left to complete the Transcontinental Railroad today. Now, it's hard to believe the work is complete. Despite the hardship I endured, I feel very proud of my work. I think everyone today wanted to share in that sentiment. Wherever I looked, people tried to lend a hand in finishing the track. Men that were just passing through Utah to deliver goods stopped to throw dirt on the ties or to drive a spike into the ground. Even the presidents of the Central Pacific Railroad and the Union Pacific Railroad took turns driving the last spike into the rails. It was a spike made of gold to mark the special occasion. They both missed on their first try, and all of us workers laughed. It's not as easy as we make it look. In fact, it was actually very difficult. Day in and day out, we swung those heavy hammers, driving the sharp spikes that held the wooden ties together into the solid ground. We carried heavy wooden ties in the hottest weather you can imagine. The worst days by far were those spent drilling tunnels into the Sierra Nevada mountains. These tunnels had to be big enough for locomotive trains to pass through. First, the stone had to be blasted with dynamite. Then we went in and worked on shaping the tunnel. No matter how hard we worked to cut into the stone, we could only move a few inches a day. I can still remember how tired my arms felt at the end of those days. It seemed like there was no end in sight, and we never reached the other side of the mountain. Other days were filled with worry as we worked through land where Indian tribes were still powerful. They did not like us building through land that had been their home for hundreds of years. I do not know how the railroad will change life for them. For settlers and their families on the West Coast, I think the Transcontinental Railroad will change lives a great deal. Trains will provide a faster and cheaper method of transportation for goods and foodstuffs. People on the East Coast will now be able to get goods from the West, and people in the West can now get goods from the East more easily. Travel for people who can afford the train will be more comfortable and convenient too. Of course, many people who cannot afford train tickets will have to use the wagon still for travel. As for us workers, we felt much excitement as we did fatigue or exhaustion. We set the record for laying the most miles of track in one day. On that day, we worked from sunrise to sunset and laid 10 miles of track. Today, we finally finished our work. We've built a railroad that connects the East and the West Coast of the United States. One day, people will talk about all of the businessmen who dreamed of this and started the Union Pacific and Central Pacific Railroad companies. I hope they talk about my fellow workers and me too, the men who built the railroad.